Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Labor Day right around the corner, so we're chatting about travel. Are you going anywhere? Maybe you have friends or family who are headed out. So today we're chatting about just different tips and trends for Labor Day weekend travel. Joining me now is Brian Ortner with AAA. Brian, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. We're happy to have you here at the Alert Center.
Yeah, glad to be a part of it. I mean, looking forward to a fun, exciting weekend, especially with temps cooling down a little bit, which I know we're all looking forward to.
Exactly. And for the first Nebraska game, I mean, my goodness, the weather just looks beautiful. So we'll have to wait out our first alert weather day today and then kind of go from there. But so chat with me. There's a lot going on. The booking data shows Alaska cruises, European cities, tourist attractions are the most popular this year for travelers.
Yeah, and we look at it as a whole, just the way the travel season has gone over this past year and the last couple of years, the trend. Labor Day travel over last year is looking to increase by about 9% over last year, which is right in line with what we've seen Independence Day, Memorial Day, and as we exit the COVID-19 era. I
Right.
mean, I think we can still say that because there's still some effects of that happen. That this is a big thing, and we look back to a 2023 survey that AAA did, and it was among members that asked, "Why are you doing these trips now? Why is traveling more important?" And the reason that came out was it's not a bucket list thing anymore.
Gotcha.
We have to do this. We have friends and family, and
I
we don't have
see.
time to wait.
Yeah,
It's not of let's wait and see. Let's go now and make this stuff happen, which is great,
sure.
and it's good to see that people are out on the roads and in the air.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I will say just along those lines, I mean, COVID-19, I think that brought a lot more awareness to mental health and really appreciating your loved ones. So that all kind of makes sense. Um, let's talk about best and worst. So you sent me this, which initially caught my
Yes.
eye, this graphic here that we're going to put up on our screen for our viewers. So yeah, we're chatting about best and worst times to travel by car over Labor Day weekend if people are thinking about heading out there. So today we have the date on the left. Today is August 29th. When is the worst time to go? Clearly 1 to 7:30 p.m., right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's two sides to this. I mean, obviously, if you're extending your weekend on the front end, like leaving today, the time now between 1 and 7:30 today is going to be the most busy. Tomorrow, that afternoon time will be busy as well. So if you're leaving tomorrow, if you can get out early in the morning, that would be great. I know there's still people are in school, there's still work commitments. But if you can leave early in the morning, that would be good. If you have to wait till Saturday to
Yeah.
leave, you're better off leaving afternoon because people are going to be itching to
Okay.
get out in that morning time.
That's
So get on
fair.
the roads
Yeah.
early.
I mistakenly always assume the earlier the better, right? But that's not the case for the weekend or
Not
Saturday at
not if you're
least.
not able to leave until Saturday. Yeah, for sure. And then if you can extend your weekend on the back side of it, which some people are able to do, leaving Monday morning before 10 a.m. Is best, or even waiting till later in the day on Monday. Or if you're lucky enough to have Tuesday off,
Right.
Tuesday looks to be not a bad day at all because most people will be back to work and back to school.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. So if you can kind of plan those plan your travel times over this best and worst. I love this. This really just lays it out for you when the best time to go is. But like you said, for today, if you're not on the road right now, so we're looking
Yeah.
ahead to Friday for sure. So as far as domestic travel goes, domestic travel for Labor Day weekend is up 9% compared to last year, while travel domestically is down 2%. So I thought that was kind of a cool just a little trend that we can kind of explain to our viewers. And Alaska cruises are actually sold out for the weekend too. So
Yeah, which is amazing according to our booking sites. They're becoming a popular destination, which is good. And a lot of the things that are contributing to it, I guess right now as we exit out of summer, and we felt it this week are the temps. If you want to enjoy yourself one last time before you get back into the grind of school and work and the holiday season, going somewhere cooler is probably not a bad idea, especially after the temps we saw this last week and getting out of summer. And on a cruise, everything's taken care of for you. And the cooler temperatures aren't just for the cruise. I mean, if you look at the top 10 destinations that people are going to domestically, Juneau, Alaska and Anchorage, Alaska are in the top 10. And
oh yeah,
Seattle, again, was the top destination last year. And it's a 30% more desirable place to visit this year compared to last year. So getting up to the Pacific Northwest is an exciting place to go for folks over this holiday.
Yeah, totally beautiful areas, that's true. And then international travel over Labor Day weekend is down 4% compared to last year. We talked a little bit about some of those places to go. But then I do have this, the international driving permit. You gave us a link for international travelers. I mean, what is this? How important is this, Brian?
It is important, especially if you're renting a car. International driving permits in a lot of countries are needed in addition to your state's driver's license, similar to a passport. So it's definitely something you want to have before you get out and go. It's going to make the rental car process faster. It's going to make things move a lot smoother if by chance you get pulled over for an infraction or if
Right.
your rental car breaks down. Having this is going to help. It shows that you took the initiative to follow the guidelines of what international driving requires, and it will help alleviate any stressors that come with it if something would unfortunately happen to your vehicle when you're driving overseas.
Yeah, good call there. And just regardless, I mean, we were talking a little bit about just domestic travel versus international travel, but it's all about travel insurance, right? That's a big one.
It is a big one, and we've seen it even with numbers going up. Um, Airlines have gotten a lot better with managing their flight loads and not canceling as many. Obviously, there's things that are out there that we can't control, whether it's
Right.
health of individuals, whether it's the weather. Having this protection helps save you some money, especially if your flight is canceled for a reason that a lot of operators, you look at the rules of what refunds you're entitled to as a traveler when you book your tickets, because sometimes you're not entitled to a refund if it's something you choose to do. And that's one of the things we've seen with travel insurance is if there's a medical emergency on your end of things where you have to cancel that trip, that's not something that's reimbursable by the airline because that's not something they contributed to. So it's nice to have that reassurance that travel insurance, if you have a medical emergency, you can cancel your plans, rebook them at a different time, and not be out any money. So the insurance is a nice feature to have. And it's really inexpensive when you look at the overall cost of the trip because it covers airfare, it can cover your rental car, it can cover your hotel rooms as well. So really save you some money in the long run.
Yeah, and that's good stuff because after all, this is what you want to be doing on Labor Day, right? You want to be barbecuing with
Absolutely.
your friends. You don't want to be worried about all this stuff. So, some good tips as well. And I also like you guys have an app as well because traveling is all about on the move, right? So here's the application that you can just put on your phone.
Yeah, absolutely. And the AAA app, if you're a member, is beneficial in so many ways. It helps with the roadside service calls. If you have that unfortunate incident where your car breaks down, you can log in and request roadside service assistance. If you're on a long road trip, you can track gas prices at gas stations along your route, which is a great thing, especially this holiday season, because gas prices are going this way. They're
Yeah,
going down,
exactly.
which is the best thing to see for consumers. I mean, almost
Sure.
40 cents less than we were last year, and almost 5 cents less than we were a week ago across the state for the average of a gallon of gas, which is
Yeah,
a
which is
fantastic thing
awesome.
for consumers to have that extra money back in their pockets.
Sure. So lower gas, and then correct me if I'm wrong, but I was reading online somewhere, forgive me, but so gas prices are going down, but hotel expenses are going up by roughly 2%. Is that right?
Yeah, hotels up by about 2% domestically,
Gotcha.
but in with that as well, if you're going out of town and you're getting a hotel, that 2% increase is being offset if you're renting a car because rental
Right.
cars are down 16%
Great.
domestically right now compared to last year, which is fantastic. That's great news for consumers and those who are looking to travel and be thrifty with their travel budget.
Right, right. Yeah. Always looking for those savings here and there. So that's definitely helpful. Also wanted to chat with you about Tow to Go. If you haven't heard about this, this is really a wonderful thing that you guys do. And I personally love this program because regardless of if you are a AAA member or not, you offer this to people. So tell us about Tow to Go, Brian.
Yeah, Tow to Go is a great program. It's the way to guarantee that folks are not out driving on the road impaired by drugs, alcohol, medication. It's a guaranteed way to get people home safely, and it's
Right.
definitely something we've done for over 25 years. Want to remind people it's a last resort. Obviously, we want to make sure people have that designated driver, set up rides with the rideshare program because this isn't a program you can schedule ahead of time. And if you're with a group of people, it's for one person and they're able to go 10 miles or more from where they're picked up to a safe location. But it is free and confidential for members and non-members alike for AAA. Simple as a phone call, 1-855-2-TOW-TO-GO. That's the number. It's 855-286-9246. It's available across the entire state of Nebraska and Iowa. It activates tomorrow, Friday
Great.
at 6 p.m., and it runs through Tuesday, May 3rd at 6 a.m.
Wonderful. So this guy can come out there and help you out.
Absolutely. They'll come out there and pick you up and your vehicle and take you within 10 miles to a safe at your home safely, and keep you from being impaired on the road, which is
Right.
which is all about, when you're behind the wheel. You want to be safe. You want to make sure you're safe, and those that are on the road that aren't in your car are safe as well.
Yeah, definitely. Some great tips from AAA's Brian Ortner. Brian, thank you so much for joining us at the Alert Center this afternoon. Really appreciate your time today.
I appreciate the time as well, and everybody be safe. Have a fun and exciting holiday weekend.
Exactly. And go Huskers.
That's right.
All right. Thanks for your time, Brian. We'll see you later.
You bet. Take care.
All right, guys. So we were just chatting with AAA's Brian Ortner about some travel trends and tips for you if you are headed out for Labor Day weekend. If you haven't hit the road yet, time to do it is now. So a lot of tips today and trends. So some good stuff there. There's always the AAA Tow to Go, which Brian was just chatting about as well. Kind of switching gears for you, we do have some wonderful news to tell you about. Today happens to be WOWT's 75-year anniversary. So big congrats, a pat on the back to us. I will say we have more information on this story and other stories available for you on our website. That's WOWT.com. But we're celebrating this milestone anniversary. We have a breaking news banner on our website. Look at this, 75 years celebrating our milestone anniversary. So stay tuned to our later broadcasts. We will for sure show you some photographs, some videos, probably embarrass a few of our staff who've been here for a while, I should say. So a lot of fun. If we click on this, you can kind of just take a look. I'll leave this as a web extra for you to kind of check out. But you can scroll through and see some videos. Oh my gosh, look at that old satellite truck. Wow. So we have all this. Look at John Nicely. This is just so funny. Look at him. It's great. Vintage promos, etc. Johnny Carson. So yeah, we're really happy, and I like just kind of scrolling through. This is so cute. John Nicely. I don't know who Pat is, but she clearly was here. So yeah, a bunch of different people from our station. Just a lot of stuff that you can go through and just kind of check out at your leisure. So a big happy 75 to us. I will say that is why, that is why we are all wearing these pins today. So this actually says 75 years WWT. So look for the pins, and if you know one of us who works here, say hello, say congrats. We really do appreciate that. So again, before we go, I just kind of want to give you a quick look at the weather. So if we head over to our Blackstone camera out there, another sunny day. It is a 6 first alert weather day today, I should say. So a 20% chance of spotty storms after 1 o'clock, a 90% chance of more widespread development after 6 o'clock. Rusty tells us the wind and hail continue to be the concern today. Here's a look at Children's Nebraska as we discuss the weather. He says breezy and partly cloudy otherwise. Still hot out there though, with a high of 92. Taking a look now at 90th and Dodge. Rusty says tonight rain and storms before midnight, then mostly cloudy, a low of 67. So that is the reprieve from this crushing heat that we've been experiencing throughout the metro. So some good news there. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining me at the Alert Center. Again, you can get all the information on several stories and our broadcasts and all of that stuff online, WWT.com, including, of course, our 75th anniversary specials. We'll leave that as a web extra for you to discover on your own. And, of course, we'll see you for our first broadcast live at 3 with our Dave Zavolinsky. Until then, have a wonderful day.